Russia is breathing fire in the Ukraine war, and not with its own weapons, but with Western drones. Yes, you heard that right. Let's explain this whole situation more clearly to you. Hello and welcome to TFIGlobal, the foreign affairs and geopolitical analysis arm of the TFI Media Group. I'm your host Vedika. Let's begin. There has been a hullabaloo going on in Western media about the Iranian drones being used by Russia in the Ukraine war. This happened after Moscow launched a massive offensive in some of the strongholds in Ukraine that would result in the overthrow of the Zelensky government. Since the operation started in February of this year, Putin has been playing the game light-heartedly, but it appears that the dynamics are now shifting. Ukraine claimed that Russia recently introduced Iranian drones and used them extensively for the first time since the onset of the conflict. The Iranian kamikaze drones, also known as suicide drones, have created new dangers and inflicted serious damage to the Ukrainian armed forces, the Wall Street Journal reported. The codes Mohajer 6, Shahed 136, and Shahed 129 are among the Iranian-made drones utilized by Russian military. Russian President Vladimir Putin's forces have begun to use the Shahed 136 drone as a weapon of choice. They have utilized the systems to frighten and assault Ukrainian cities that are far from the front lines of the conflict. According to Ukrainian officials, Russia recently launched more than 300 Iranian drones that hit military installations, power stations, and residential structures in Kyiv. Kamikaze drones are unmanned aircraft that are actually missiles but are made in Iran. They have the ability to circle over a target and wait for the ideal opportunity to attack with amazing precision. Critical infrastructure, command centers, artillery, air defense, logistics, and other military sites in Ukraine could be at risk from the new Iranian drones. Being a seasoned general, Putin chose to authorize further spending in the form of drones to destroy crucial infrastructure rather than putting his forces in danger to complete the mission. But a recent reveal will put you all in jeopardy. According to fresh information, the suicide drones developed in Iran that Russia is using to strike Ukraine have parts produced by British, American, and other Western companies. Evidence from Ukraine suggested that a fuel pump made in Poland by a division of Oxford-based TI Fluid Systems, a global vehicle parts manufacturer, and electronics made by American juggernaut Texas Instruments were among the remnants of a Shahed 136 that partially exploded during an attack in southern Ukraine. How has this been made possible? Iran has been sanctioned by West to use Western components in the military components. US has also sanctioned several companies helping Iran of Western components. The major manufacturer of drone piston engines in Iran at the moment is the IRGC-affiliated Oze Parvaz Madonafar company. The corporation and its directors were sanctioned by the US Treasury Department in October 2021 for procuring engines and parts to Iran's drone and military industries. But an American giant like Texas Instruments have been supplying the components to Iran despite the sanctions. It's hard to believe that the US government hasn't known about the transfer of the components. Moreover, this would have been done under the Biden administration, who has constantly tried to waive off sanctions from Iran. In February, Biden reinstated sanctions exemptions for Iran to permit international nuclear cooperation initiatives. Then in June, an American report said that Biden planned to delist the IRGC from the Foreign Terrorist Organization list and also lift the sanctions from it. Biden's European counterparts also tried to reinstate the nuclear deal as Tehran's prized position as an alternative to Russian energy has risen. Biden's relaxation to Iran has now come to bite him back. The same American components are being used to destroy the weapons sent by USA in Ukraine. This exposed how flawed Biden's Iran policy has been. How ironic it is for US that Russia is making US's vassal state Ukraine lick the dust with Iranian drones made with Western components.